Well, hello, good people. Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. Hope everybody's having a great day, and we are here at Joe Boo Sports Central #2. That's right. We got two locations here, of course, Joe Boo's Man Cave, as well as here at the Red Brick House, historic Red Brick House, where I've been living in the past, which is fitting because I'm a Dallas Cowboy fan, and we just live in the past. And as you can see, help wanted Dallas Cowboy coach. And if you want to be a coach of the Dallas Cowboys, here's some of the requisites. You got to be a lapdog, a fall guy, a yes man, a worker bee, a bobblehead, and willing to do more with less. If you've got those traits, Jerry Jones got a job for you. Good old Dumb and Dumber. So here's what we've got. And I had something in my mind here. I know it's hard to believe because it's just kind of like it's air between these two. It's just air, okay? But I had something in my mind that didn't make sense, and it clicked. It clicked during the Dan Saleo show. Surprisingly, Dan called me up and was like, oh, with the whole Kellen Moore situation, I need you on. I was like, oh. Because I thought it was just going to be, bait and switch. He was going to beat me over the head that the Eagles are in the playoffs. The Eagles are in the playoffs. And you suck. Ha ha. Yeah, that's what I thought it was going to be. But it wasn't. We actually had discussions, and he let me know that he actually talked with Stephen Jones today about the meeting and stuff that they have. They're going to do a virtual reality meeting with Kellen Moore because he doesn't have time to fly out because they're playing this weekend. Robert Salah will be an in-person interview. Let me say it again. It will be an in-person interview. He is currently on his way to Viva Las Vegas, to Vegas today to have an interview tomorrow, in which case he will fly to Dallas and have an interview on Saturday. Now, here's the thing. Here's what kept making me wonder, okay? Before you hire a head coach, you have to at least interview an African-American candidate. When Mike McCarthy was here, it was Marvin Lewis. They brought in Marvin Lewis. Okay, let's talk to Marvin Lewis. We're done. We got that rule covered. I think Leslie Frazier is that. But here's where it didn't make sense to me. Because Salah is also a minority candidate who would be able to cross it off the list. You follow me? So you actually have two minority candidates that you're interviewing for head coach. Or because it was never disclosed, and I kind of put it out there. I put a question mark when I did my video yesterday. I said, Cowboys interviewing Robert Salah. Head coach or DC, question mark? Because in my mind, I was thinking, the Jets organization is terrible. They can't draft a quarterback to save their life, or they can't draft a quarterback and get him to play well. We saw Sam Darnold actually in his third stop, or is it fourth stop, actually playing pretty well until the playoffs came and everybody was hurt. That defense of theirs, while he was still there as the head coach, most of the categories there, they were in the top 5. Some of them, they were number 1. So clearly, like he was a defensive coordinator with the San Francisco 49ers, he was great. And what it may be is they're looking at him to be the new defensive coordinator. Now, here in my mind, this is what I was saying with Dan, that I'm not sure how the rules go, but it may be that their whole intention is to interview him to be the defensive coordinator, and that we're going to go ahead and use Leslie Frazier as our candidate for coaching. Maybe, maybe not. We'll find out at some point. And it could be, this is my thinking, and I said this yesterday, and people are like, oh, no, that's not going to happen. Mike Zimmer basically said, all options are on the table. I could retire, I could return, who knows, whatever. I think Mike Zimmer is the fallback plan in case other shit does not work out. But I believe no matter who is hired, that Jason Witten will be brought on board. And see how the reason why Mike Zimmer could work is Mike Zimmer is 68 years old. He's 9 years older than me. That's old. And I'm not sure that he wants to be there for 5 years, with a long contract. I think that he might be happy if he does want to even come back with like a 2-year deal. That he can be holding the place till Jason Witten is ready. Let Jason Witten get there. Get used to starting coaching and do things kind of like Jason Garrett. Jason Garrett was just a quarterback's coach for Nick Saban in Miami for 1 year. He became the offensive coordinator for the Cowboys and then head coach because the Cowboys ultimately like to have guys they're familiar with. And that's where you look at that as the opportunity to get you Jason Witten to be your head coach. That is, and I believe that might be the case, even if now that we know Bill Belichick has not signed his contract. Oh, shit! Oh, shit! That if Bill Belichick comes here, that Jason Witten will come here as well. Because I think that's going to be part of the equation that goes here. But as I was saying with Big Sills, if we continue to do everything the way we're doing, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. If we have the mentality of we paid a guy, so we need twice the production out of him, and we're not going to get anybody else, you're not going to win anyway. So we need holistic changes across the board from the whole mentality of we're not going to spend money, the whole mentality of we just believe in our own guys, that we literally won't even look at anybody else. If we do those things, we're going to have the same results. So it's going to get interesting to say the least. We're going to keep up with all of the news that's going on. It is exhausting. Look at this face. Look at this face. I look like I've gone through 10 rounds against Mike Tyson. Not this Mike Tyson that went against Jake Paul, but Mike Tyson back in the day and got my ass handed to me. But that's how it is when you are a Dallas Cowboy YouTuber. You're not here to talk about playoffs. You're here to talk about Jerry Jones's drama. Alrighty, good people. I'm going to go cook some dinner so I can make some more content for my cooking channel. I appreciate y'all, and I will see you soon. Peace.